liked it. So good morning, church. You and me together, spreading the good news of God's love for the world. Thank you to Linda Clark for once again stepping into the pulpit last week and leading worship. I heard there were some technical challenges to overcome, but they were overcome. So God, or so I heard. So God is good. And speaking of God's goodness, there is a lovely, easy little ditty in More Voices that I learned last week, and I'm bringing back to you. And we can sing it to remind us of God's goodness. So we're going to learn it now. So, if you can read music, you can turn to More Voices 104. And we're going to learn it in English. We're going to sing it a few times in English just so we know the tune. And then we're going to sing it in French because we live in a bilingual country. And, you know, we can sing it in French. And then we're going to sing it in Luganda. I'm not going to make you do the Swahili, though. I do. So, you've got all what you know. If you don't read music, the words are up on the screen. And let's give it a try. Kathryn, can you play it through once and then we'll sing it? We're going to learn how to say this. Ready? Katonda. Katonda. Mulunji. Mulunji. Okay? Easy? Mulunji. Mulunji. Okay, let's try it in Luganda. Okay. And you can go and brag, I sang in French and Uganda today. You know.
Excuse me, where is Uganda spoken?
I think it's in the Congo, but I'm not quite sure. Okay. That's something to Google later. Okay. So, a couple of weeks ago, we heard the first story of creation, Genesis 1. And you might think that today we're going to hear the second creation story, but we're not. Instead, we're going to jump ahead in Genesis and jump into the story of Abraham and Sarah, who are the rock stars of our ancestral faith story. So, just to bring us all up to speed before we jump in to today's reading, once upon a time, there was a couple named Abram and Sarai. And when Abram was 75 years old, God called him to pack up everything and everyone and head out from his homeland. And a lot happened on the road. Abraham told his wife to pretend to be his sister in Egypt, and she ended up in Pharaoh's harem. And he had to negotiate with another king to release his nephew Lot, who had been captured along the way. And God also made a covenant with Abraham, changing his name to Abraham and Sarai's name to Sarah. And God also told Abraham that he would have many ancestors, which seemed a little impossible because he and Sarah had no children, and they were getting up there in age. You know, after all, he was 75 when all this started. And so Sarah made her servant bear Abraham's child, thinking that might be what God meant, right? But spoiler alert, it wasn't. You can read all about this in Genesis chapters 12 to 17. It's quite the soap opera. But today, we're going to pick up the story when three travelers appear as Abraham is relaxing by his tent, and they tell him something that's really hard to believe. And when Sarah hears this, she laughs because it is really hard to believe. But who will have the last laugh? Will it be Abraham? Will it be Sarah? Or will it be God? Stay tuned to find out. I feel like I should have like the Young and the Restless theme playing. Anyway, today we will also bless some prayer shawls, which you see scattered around the sanctuary. And we're going to dedicate several things that have been purchased through the Memorial Fund to enhance our worship and our church in general. As always, all of you are invited to come down and enjoy more than coffee time after worship for a time of fellowship and refreshments. And I have to ask that you all have a coffee for me. I unfortunately need to leave immediately following the service. For a personal reason, I have to attend a bridal shower in Caledon for my nephew's bride-to-be. So it's a good personal reason. And so I've got to hit the road so I'm not too late for it. I'll probably still end up right in the middle of it, but I'll get there before it's over. So, before we begin worship, here's some announcements. I'm going to be away tomorrow because I'll be driving back up. So the church office will be closed. And also I will get the video uploaded to YouTube, but I might not get the link sent out to you. So if you're desperate to see the replay of the service, go straight to the YouTube channel to watch it later today. Sunday, June the 28th, so not next Sunday, but the following Sunday, I'm going to be making a presentation at Coffee Hour about my sabbatical. So I will be here for that coffee time. And then I'm going away on holidays. That's it. Any other announcements? Oh, I do have another announcement. Power washing the church. It says our church is in great need of a good power washing. At the AGM, we had a discussion about how we were going to do this since it is not in the budget. Isn't that the truth? At that time, a number of people said that they had power washers and would be willing to come and spend a few hours during the summer helping with this project. Now is the time! So if you have a power washer or would like to help in any way, could you please let Christine know? And we need to choose a date and get it done. And I'll put that in the newsletter that will go out probably Tuesday. So dig out those power washers. Any other announcements? Pat?
Most of you know 10 Gables are now called the Ridge. The Andersons owned it, started it and owned it. And John and Betty in the end finally took it over. I'm sorry my back is to you. And John passed away last Monday. Now he and Betty were faithful members here. Betty was on our UCW for years. They lived up at the far end of town where Glenda lives now, Glenda Schneider. And they're having a funeral down there in Kitchener. And sometime in the summer they're going to have a little memorial. And I don't know anything further, but I just wanted you to know because he was a teacher up at Almagan Highlands. And these guys had him, and we all taught with him, and Carolyn. So just let you know that he had passed away.
Okay. Thank you.
Number of birthdays in our family next week. First, my brother Peter and my wife share the same birthday of June 17th. My sister Nancy, a little bit older than them.
Thank you for highlighting that, Al.
No, she's 2 days earlier. She's on the 15th. So that's why she's older. And also our granddaughter who is with us today turns 19 on the 18th.
Oh, awesome.